So I watched Charlie's video on the angriest comment thread on YouTube, and after watching that, I just thought to myself, man, I just wish there was more of this. And then I found this piece of gold. This is what I'd like to call the angriest comment thread 2.0. So to give perspective on when this comment thread happened, the original angriest comment thread happened about 2 years ago, but unfortunately the video was deleted and the comment thread is no more. This argument, however, started about a year ago, so from a lore perspective, it makes sense that this is the sequel. The video this comment thread lives on is on a DIY fleshlight tutorial. Don't ask how I got there, it's a misinput. The video doesn't really play much into this comment thread, just like the original. The original commenter that started this hostile argument is Me Amigos, who stated, "People in these videos are most likely to be at least 14 or 15. He hasn't appeared since this comment. I don't know if he has notifications turned off or he's just enduring the pain of having to see this argument go down, but that's beside the point. To find this argument, you have to actually dig deep through the reply, since there are actually a lot of normal comments going on, but no one ever said finding gold is that easy. Toxic PG says he's 14, and TS Production says, whoa dude, 14 is way too early too. So here we have our main characters. TS Production, who says he's about 13 to 14 in later comments, and Toxic, who says he's 15, also in later comments. And then Toxic TG replies, I mean, I don't care anymore, it was months ago, I'm long past being a virgin. Nowadays, most people lose it around 12 to 15, it's pretty common. That doesn't make it okay, god damn, where are you getting these statistics from? So they actually do have an actual argument going on, but that's not content. So we're gonna skip to when they actually go off topic. Now TS Production replies with, and I ain't even some rich white kid, you know where I live? In the damn trenches, where kids do cocaine at... Okay, hold up. Now he's trying to say that he has a worse background than Toxic, which I don't really know why that matters, but Toxic just doesn't give a shit. You're not special, that lifestyle is not a choice, you can find it wherever you live. So then he replies with a huge paragraph, which I'm not gonna read, and he has another reply which says, I've tried to distinguish a firework from an explosion or gunshot more times than you ever listened to a song that had the word yeah or a in it. That sounds like a bunch of stereotypical bullshit. Now TS Production comes at this argument with a different approach and tries to mention the age gap, but he addresses it in the most incoherent and just hard to understand way ever. The amount of dogs barking here must got you confused, thinking your age gap is measured by dog years. Do you really think your 14 or 15 is really much older than 13? A 2-year gap, let alone a 1-year gap? And instead of referring to this question, Toxic comes at a way different angle. I watched your videos, Lamau, I can tell you're not from a bad neighborhood. Do you really want me to describe in detail what my neighborhood is like? Really? I'm not mentioning an age gap. I'm mentioning experiences. You have a trampoline, you seem privileged, yet you try to act like you know the pain of growing up in poverty. Seeing your face makes me sick, to be honest. Now I got my hands dirty and tried to look through TS Productions channel to find this trampoline video, but haven't found any. But I have found a video of him walking down his neighborhood, and let me tell you, he does not live in the trenches. You watch Jeffy, that says enough about you. Which is true, I've looked through his channels, there are a bunch of Jeffy videos. Me and my family are different from the rest of the neighborhood. We stand out like yellow in a pool if it weren't for the horrible exterior of our house. And it seems that you subscribe to the voice of Jeffy, bit hypocritical if I don't say so myself, and I'm subscribed for the vlogs. That's the only reason I know what Jeffy is, which is a lie. Like, no one watches for the vlogs, they probably only watch because of SML, but he's unsubbed to him anyway, so that doesn't even matter. And then TS Production just comes out with a full ass essay, which I'm not going to read. And then Toxic just doesn't stop and replies with another full ass essay. And then TS Production also comes back at him with a full ass rebuttal. I would love to be enlightened on your hood experiences. I can tell everything you say is bullshit, Lamau. I know what it's like to be jumped. I've came home bleeding from my mom a couple of times. Why would a gang attack where they are from? Sounds like complete BS, and they only attack rival gang members or someone they're planning to rob, not a 13-year-old kid. And you look like you weigh more than me, and I'm 120 and 5'7". You look to be about 5'2" and 350 to 150. So I want to see this boxing match go down. It's legit. I'm tired of this. I've given every point I can to prove that I'm right, but seems like I can't. And I probably do way more than you, considering I can see my abs under my baby fat quite easily. So he tries to end the conversation right here, but then he just talks about unrelated shit again. This conversation has changed from the correct age to have boing boing to who is the better overall human being, and I don't feel comfortable with that, which is fair enough. And Toxic just doesn't stop the conversation here. I can see your fat jiggle when you jump onto the trampoline. Does your mom call it baby fat? to make you feel better, Lamau. I'm 14. I've had abs since I was 8. I haven't had baby fat since I was 3. And the conversation changed from that to you trying to lie about where you're from for no reason. You were the one who changed it right after I proved you wrong after the right age to have boing boing, which isn't true. TS Production was the one who changed the topic. And then he replies with, do you even know how abs work? Yes, add me on Snapchat right now and we can see who has abs, because I clearly see you are not in good shape and baby fat shouldn't last till you're 13 LMFAO. So this was the final straw that broke TS Productions. You know what? Fuck this conversation. We can both agree on that. I'm gonna head out and continue with my life, and so will you. Have a good one, bro. Nice speaking to you, and good night. Yeah, for real, no hate. All love, pointless conversation, but it passed time, I guess. LMAO. Night. The conversation lasted around a month and 61 replies. With 500 comments in the comment section, this makes up 12.3% of the comment section. Now you might be wondering, why did I even bring up this comment thread? It was kinda dry. It had no twists, no funny punchlines. It was just miserable. It might have even given you depression. But that's where you're wrong, dear viewer. This isn't the true ending. So our next main character approaches, Savage Banana. Damn, you're right on spot. I'm 14. Damn, how the fuck you guessed that? How old is you? And he replies to Toxic saying, bro, that guy is a clown. He really started an argument because of a pocket pussy. Clown referring to TS Production. This is also kinda ironic and foreshadows what's going to happen next in this comment thread. LMAO. My comment was a year ago and he tried starting an argument. And even the creator actually got some action into this. Well, I can't believe I got a whole ass debate in my comments section. I've never read through this thread, but I'm gonna read it right now and give my thoughts on whatever the fuck y'all talking about. I just skimmed through that bitch. That guy was corny AF talking about going through the trenches and pit bulls. Facts, bro. Like, no wonder he's 13. Look at what I said, though. I completely debunked that 13-year-old Jeffy kid and roasted the shit out of him. Bro, I don't even remember what I said. This was a year ago, lol. Which really shows how meaningless these arguments are. And then our next main character shows up, Titantron Hell. You really didn't. You just look like you care too much. You haven't debunked anyone. And I don't even care anymore at this point. What kind of insult is no wonder I'm 13? Honestly, I just find this funny. You should be a comedian on a Call of Duty lobby. So then Savage says some shit. And then, like a Twitter mob, he wants an apology. So when I first read this, I couldn't tell if it was satirical or not. But these next comments confirm my suspicions. 9 hours later, I'm still here, bitch. Apologize now. I'ma keep replying and humiliate you and keep embarrassing you until you apologize, fool. My little maggot, you still here. I'm telling you, I'm not leaving until you apologize. So, in the words of Dave, he did say my little maggot. So this kind of ruins the magic. Now we know it's just a play and not an actual performance. I'm 5'4" and a late bloomer, but hell, if you've already bloomed, you're an ugly flower. Which, damn. 054? Good, because I'm 5'5". I do MMA. You're 13, I'm 14. Pretty even matchup. And that's good, because then it will show you who is actually good at fighting. I'm so confident I'll put money on the line on my little maggot. You still hear, my little maggot? I won't leave until you apologize. You still hear, my little maggot? I won't leave until you answer my question. Why are you subbed to Chump? The real questions we need in life. So here's our plotline. Titan wants to know why Savage is subscribed to Trump, and Savage just wants an apology from Titan. Both of these characters have needs that could never be replenished. And then Titan comments with, if your point was a knife, it wouldn't be able to cut cheese, which is some real fucking heat. And there's also a point in the story where they keep calling each other little maggot. Like, if you're gonna recreate a play, you better play the right character, right? You can't just both be the same character. You can't both be Dave. And then they say, oh, they'll stay here forever, which is kind of true. They stayed here for, like, I don't even know how many months. I'm gonna have to count later. Oh, there's also this weird side story in this anime where Savage just really wants to knock out Titan. And MMA includes every martial arts like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I don't even know how to say that. You name it. For someone that does not know how to fight, this will be easy challenge for me. I'm starting to think I can actually beat you in a fight at this point. If you're so sensitive that saying hate is a tad harsh, then I could just glance and raise my fist and you would run away so fast Elon Musk would model a race car with your blueprints. Maybe the car would be as small as your you-know-what, and he will send you it to your post box. Anyways, fights have nothing to do with this conversation. I just want you to know what the hell you want me to apologize for. That's all. It's like, why the fuck? Why would you just challenge him to a battle and then say it's nothing to do with the argument? It has everything to do with the argument. And we have a couple comments of them being self-aware. I just love how a video about some Hot Pocket turned into a massive reply chain. It's hilarious, confusing, stupid, and downright silly. Well, yeah. yeah, this Hot Pocket video turned into an aggressive comment chain / argument because of your stupidity and foolishness. Now take responsibility, don't act like a child, and that's by apologizing. So back to the main plot. Savage is still not getting his apology from Titan. There was a hell of a lot of filler. Out of the 50 comments where they were just arguing about trying to get an apology, only one actually advanced the plot, which is apologizing means nothing if I don't actually want to. And Titan just stops responding for a week. My little maggot, you still here? My little maggot, what happened? Has he gave up? Yes, I think he's gone. Is he gone? Finally, I think he's gone. And then, after 30 plus more replies, Titan finally apologized. Alright, this is awesome, man. I wouldn't say I'm the only reason, though, that the argument and the conversation turning toxic and had a hand as well as I did. But if you really did want me to say sorry, then I'm sorry. Now, you'd think after Titan apologized, this comment thread would end, but no, they still kept continuing. Good, I'm glad you said sorry, but why are you sorry? I want it to be a real apology because my brain tells me that you just want to say the word sorry and call it quits. I'm glad this might end soon, man. At last, peace ensued for a couple days until Dave Matthew, Mr. Hater, RMR7366. The name of the legends were said. Now after this, Titan just breaks character and just tries to talk to Savage like a normal person. But Savage is committed. He still just is playing his role and just keeps trying to throw insults. Are you actually Dave himself, or just copied his whole thing about little maggot and suffering here together? No, I'm not Dave, you incel. I know Critical, but I didn't know he made that video. I watched it and it was funny. I called you my little maggot because you are one. It's going to be hard to believe I didn't know that was original, but whatever. It doesn't change anything as I'll keep calling you my little maggot because you're one. You don't want me to call you that little maggot? Then earn your name back. Apologize or comment I'm a little maggot 100 times. Whatever you say, Dave. You are fucking ignorant, 13-year-old K. Whatever you say, 13-year-old. My little maggot, when will you fucking apologize? And a bystander comes by and asks why Savage is calling Titan a little maggot. Because he's earned that name, and I will keep calling him my little maggot and harassing him until he apologizes for what I did. Read the chat. He's 13, he's very cringy, and he's an asshole. Now, I don't know why Savage is doing this or what he's even trying to accomplish. Maybe he's just an internet dweller who just has too much time on their hands. After this, Savage is still replying, but Titan really doesn't respond back. Peace ensues again. After 3 months, Titan goes YouTuber mode and responds with an apology video. So yeah, let's check out this apology video. Shit! After about a month, Savage just responds with apologize. So this is the last interaction we have between Savage and Titan. So we kind of left off on a cliffhanger. Will Titan apologize? Will Savage stop arguing on the internet and continue his life? Personally, I don't give a shit. And I think this is where the thread should end. This conversation lasted around 7 months and has over 170 plus replies. With 500 comments in the comment section, this makes up 34% of the comment section. Imagine your comment thread makes up 34% of the comment section. In conclusion, if we have learned anything from this video, it's that we should go subscribe to Poon Boy, the person who uploaded the video that this comment thread is on, since he's actually a really funny creator. Anyways, subscribe.